Yo, guys, what's going on? Fears, audience, fears. What is up? I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are doing fan-friggin-tastic. Guys, we've got a lot to talk about. I thought I would do a late night stream. I was so tired after the convention. I went to a convention, yesterday. I went to a convention, and I was so tired when I got home. I think it was because I was interviewing people. I was walking around. I was running around, going nuts, going crazy at the Florida Free Play convention that when I got home, I was just drained of energy. Drained. So I went to sleep at around 4:30, 5 o'clock, somewhere around there, and I just got up maybe an hour ago. So I was going to do an aftermath stream about what the convention was like as soon as I got home, but I was just so tired. So we're doing it now. So shout out to the fans, and let's get this party started. So tell everybody in the community to come and hang out, and we'll get this bad boy going. So yesterday was the Florida Free Play Convention 2021. Guys, oh my God, it did not disappoint. Let's just put it that way. It did not disappoint. I met some celebrities. I played some pinball. I played some video games. It was amazing. It was great. It was awesome. So the first celebrity that I interviewed was Richard DeVizio. He's been in Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, 4. He was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. He's done other film projects, but those are the biggies that he's done. So yeah, it was an honor and a pleasure to interview him once again. I've interviewed him twice. Now I've got to interview him 3 times. I met Daniel Pacina, which he's a grandmaster karate master. I think he has like at least like 40 years under his belt with karate. He's a black belt, and he also played Sub-Zero. He played Sub-Zero. He played Scorpion. He played Reptile. He played Smoke. He played Johnny Cage, and one other person that I can't remember. But it was an honor and a pleasure to meet him and interview him. And Richard and Daniel hooked me up with pictures and autographs, and I got them for free because they asked me to do an interview, and I said absolutely, and they were impressed. They were so impressed with my 2 interviews that they said, "Fierce," they said, "You want some autographs?" And I said, "I was just going to get a picture with you guys, but I said, if you're offering an autograph, absolutely, like why wouldn't I?" So I got autographs from Richard DeVizio and Daniel Pacina. So pretty good stuff. The interviews went great. I'm gonna start working on them soon. And I got some good news, guys. After this stream, I'm gonna upload a vlog. Before I went and did the convention yesterday, I edited the Tampa Toy Con. So the Tampa Toy Con, I will be uploading right after this. It may take like 20, 30 minutes, something like that, because I think the whole video, I didn't film much of the Tampa Toy Con, so I think it's like 7 minutes long, 8 minutes long. Pixel, what's up? Pixel says, Bung. What's up, Pixel? Well, may the Bung be with you. And he says, Fears, I'm taking a deuce right now. I was taking a deuce before this stream. I mean, it was a nasty shit. I was in the bathroom for a good 15 minutes, like just crunsing it up, so. I feel your pain, Pixel. I got you. Pixel, I was just telling everybody about the interviews went great. I got Richard and Daniel. They're the nicest people ever, guys. They're so nice, and I want to do a shout out to Daniel and Richard right now. Daniel, Richard, thank you so much for your time. You guys were generous with your time. Thank you so much for the free autographs. I really appreciate it. Pixel, they hooked me up, dude. because my interview skills, I guess, were so good and they were impressed, they're like, Fierce, that fucking interview went great. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. He goes, you were prepared. You had questions. You laughed at all of our jokes. And I was like, well, you guys are funny. And they said, yeah, you're a great interviewer. And they said, you should do that professionally. I was like, I would love to get into journalism and do professional interviews. I said, that would be Fierce's bread and butter. And they're like, you want us to like hook you up with like some autographs and some pictures? And I was like, if you're offering, I was like, look, I said, I just wanted to get a picture with both of you guys. I said, because Richard, I said, remember, I already have your autograph from back in the day. He's like, well, Fierce. He goes, Fierce, I've got some new pictures that you don't have, so I can sign those for you. I was like, yeah, cool, man. Then Daniel jumped on the bandwagon. He's like, Fierce, he's like, pick whatever you want. He's like, I'll give you an autograph. I was like, oh, sweet, man. I'm like, thanks. And he's like, yeah, pick whatever you want. Richard hooked me up. He signed every single thing on his table, Pixel. So every single poster, Richard signed and gave to me. So I'm going to have to get some frames, and I'm going to be putting up some Mortal Kombat posters on my wall pretty soon. Then Daniel's like, Fierce, like, what's one of your favorite characters? I said, what, that you played? And he goes, yeah. I said, oh, dude. I said, I love Sub-Zero. He's like, pick out whatever Sub-Zero thing you want, and I'll sign it for you. So I'm about to leave, right? I'm about to leave Pixel. And he goes, you know what, Fierce? He's like, Richard signed everything. He's like, here, just pick another one off my table. And I picked up a close one of him going like this, like smiling as Johnny Cage. And he had the official like Johnny Cage glasses on. So I was like, so I was a big kid in a candy store, Pixel. Got their autographs. Pretty good. Pixel says, mine is mild. Not a lot of action, just trying to squeeze it out before bed. Hey, listen, I understand. Sometimes you got to pinch it off, Pixel. They like, oh, damn it. Yeah. Oh, shit. So just take your time. Grab a magazine, watch a little bit of Fierce vlogs, while you're taking a shit. There it is. Rain says, hey, what's up, Fierce man? Rain, good to see you. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to see all of you guys. So the interviews went great. So look out for that. Those interviews will be coming. I'll probably make them a side video. I'll probably put them only on Fierce Man 26. I may put a little, like a little slither, a little clip of the interviews in the Florida Free Play Convention vlog. We'll see. We'll see. But they were great. Then Pixel, check this out. So many pinball games. Oh my God. And I'll be honest, they did have vintage video games there, guys. They did. They had all the classics. Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man, Asteroids, Centipede, Blasters, Resident Evil 1, 2, 3. They had Donkey Kong. They had my favorite video game of all time, Super Mario Brothers 3. And they also had Mario Go-Kart and Pixel. I filmed myself in the vlog playing Mario Go-Kart. I didn't get a chance to play. I did play Super Mario Brothers 3 off camera, but there was this like kid and a family there, and they were on it like 24/7. And I was like, well, I don't want to like hurt the kid's feelings because the kid was like 9 or 10 years old. So I just tapped his mom on the shoulder and said, hey, whenever you get a chance, like, can I just play for like 15 minutes? I said, it's my favorite game. She went, oh yeah, sure, no problem. But as soon as I was done playing for like 15 minutes, the kid, the mom, and the dad jumped right back on it. And I was like, fuck it. I said, I'll just film another one of my favorite video games. So unfortunately, I didn't get my favorite video game on camera for you guys to see. But I got my second favorite, the original, the classic, Super Mario Go-Kart Part 1. All the other ones, they're like, yeah, whatever. I do like some of the sequels. They're not all shit. Some of the sequels are pretty good. I'm being honest. Now I'll be honest. Some of them are shit, but not all of them. But I love the original Super Mario Kart. So I got to play a lot, but I'll be honest, Pixel, and the rest of the fans, I played more pinball because I'm more into pinball than video games. Now, when I was a kid, it was reversed. I could care less about pinball. I did like pinball as a kid. I loved playing pinball, but whenever I was a kid, I played more video games. I've just kind of gone off video games. Like, you guys know I think people play too many video games. I don't mind. Everything is good in moderation. All right. I'm not saying, hey, fans, you can't play video games. I'm not saying that I hate video games. I don't hate video games. I like video games. I do. But I just think people play too much. People will sit there for literally 9-10 hours and play. Go to work. Find a girlfriend. Get married. Do things in your fucking life. Don't just sit on the couch for like 15 hours and play video games. Like, I think a good time to play video games, 3-4 hours, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Like, I played Super Mario Kart for about an hour at the convention. You know, that's not too bad. So I just think people play way too long. Way too long. That's just me. That's just me. But if it's your passion, you know, I'm not saying don't play video games. If it's your passion, fucking go for it. I think everything is good in moderation. So this is the first time Fears has played a lot of video games. Now they did have some new ones there, but not many. Not many. Not many new video games. It was a lot of like early 2000 games, early 90s and 80s, and some of them were from the 70s too, Pixel. So Fears played a lot of video games. Actually more. I played more video games yesterday than I have like in the last 2 or 3 years. So that was a good fill of video games, and that'll probably tide me over until another couple of years until I play video games, or until whenever me and Pixel hang out and we play video games. So that should hold me off for a little while. But I was impressed. I'll be honest though, they did have more pinball games than vintage video games, but it was a good mixture of both. All right, let me get to some comments. Let me see here. Rain says, thanks. What's Pixel talking about? Rain, Pixel was talking about that he had to take a serious dump. And he's taking a dump while he's watching Fears vlogs. And I told him, I said, well, I had to take a dump right before this. I'm not going to lie. I took a big dump before this live stream. So just keeping it real with the fans. Let's see. I bet you wish you could get that mushroom like Mario. No, not really. I don't do drugs, Rain. So no mushrooms for Fears. Just huffed a can of duster. I love huffing dusters. It's cheap too. Wow. Well, you have a good time doing that, Rain. Fears is drug-free. Nothing against people that do drugs. It's just not my thing. No, 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 no. Let's see. Pixel says, really glad they were nice to you. I hope to see them one day. They were at a local smaller con last month, but I was saving my money for other events. Pixel, listen to me. When you meet Daniel and Richard, they're the nicest dudes ever. Seriously, like, they came up and was like, Fears, that was a great fucking interview. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. Shook his hand. Richard was like, Fears, we're buddies. You know, I got you on Twitter. I got you on Instagram. I got you on my Facebook. He's like, dude, how long has it been since we've seen each other face to face? I was like, it's been a couple of years, buddy. He's like, man, come on over. Give me a hug. So I gave him a hug. And then I shook Daniel's hand because I hadn't met Daniel yet. And he's like, dude, Daniel's in the restroom right now. He's like, wait here, Fears. He's like, he's going to love you, man. He goes, I told him all about your YouTube channel, all about, you know, your good positive energy. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. I'm like, I really appreciate that. And I met Daniel, Pixel, nicest guy ever. And like I said, they hooked me up with, well, first of all, they hooked me up with 2 awesome interviews. That was very generous, you know, of them and their time. Second of all, they hooked me up with tons of autographs. Like Richard said, Fears, he goes, we're friends. I'm going to hook you up. And I said, Richard, I said, you really don't have to. I said, I'll just take one. And he's like, Fears, you're the man. He's like, I'm signing every single autograph on my table, you know, and you're going to take it. And I was like, dude, thanks so much for hooking me up, man. I said, you're fucking awesome. And I'm going to take some pictures, Pixel, and I'm going to post them on my Instagram and my Facebook pretty soon. So you guys will be able to see all the stuff. Plus, I'll probably put those pictures in the vlog too, whenever I start editing it. Daniel gave me 2 because, you know, I figured Richard would give me more because I'm really closer with Richard because we've been friends for a couple years. Me and Daniel, even though I've had him on my Facebook pixel, we just met, you know, yesterday and we're becoming better friends. But I mean, Daniel hooked me up too. He was like, Fears, he's like, which one do you want? I said, well, I got to get one of Johnny Cage. And he's like, I got a perfect one. He was like, I got one of zoomed up close, like on my face, me going like this, like smiling. I got the classic Johnny Cage glasses. I was like, that sounds cool. And then I'm about to walk away. He said, you know what, Peter? Like, what's one other favorite character that you? I said, dude, I love Sub-Zero. And I said, I love Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And I said, Reptile's cool, but I said, I love Sub-Zero, Johnny Cage, and I love Scorpion. He's like, pick whatever one you want. And I was like, well, I got to get, and I was like, oh, I can grab another one? He's like, yeah. He's like, whatever one you want. He's like, I feel bad. He goes, Richard hooked you up. I'll hook you up with another one. So Daniel gave me 2. And I was like, okay. So I picked this awesome poster of him in full costume going like this as Sub-Zero. It was so badass, Pixel. He gave me an autograph. Nicest guys ever. Then I didn't know that he was at the convention, but it makes sense because it's a video game convention, a vintage video game. The guy that beat the guy that was the first person to beat Pac-Man and Mrs. Pac-Man, that guy was there. So he was I'll be honest, he was more popular than Richard and Danny. Like Danny and Richard, they had a good amount of people at their table, Pixel. But you walk around the corner, the guy that did the Pac-Man thing, he had a fucking line like down the way. But he was still generous. I got a photo with him and his wife, because his wife was at the convention with him at his booth. Then he did a quick little interview about me, and I asked him, I said, hey, when's the last time from start to finish that you beat Pac-Man? And he said, from start to finish, I beat it again 2 weeks ago. And then I asked him, well, when did you beat Mrs. Pac-Man? I think he told me 4 years ago. Because he said he likes to focus more on Pac-Man than Mrs. Pac-Man. But I guess whoever owns Pac-Man was like, well, hey, if you can beat Pac-Man, do you want to give a go and try and beat it like super quick, super fast and try Mrs. Pac-Man? And he's like, fuck it, why not? And so he did. So he's got those 2 Guinness World Records. And I was like, hey, do you mind if I do like a quick little interview for my vlog? I don't know if it's going to turn out any good, Pixel, because I literally only got to ask him like those 2 questions because his line was like through the fucking rafters. I mean, there was so many people in his line. I got a couple pictures with him, and he's like, yeah, sure. He's like, it's just make it real quick. And I was like, I understand. I'm like, I understand you got a lot of fans. I appreciate your time. He was a really nice guy too. So pretty much everybody that I bumped into at the convention was pretty nice. Pretty nice. All right, let me scroll down here. Let's see here. Fears prefers the computer dusters instead of standard ones. That's bullshit. Don't be telling her that, Pixel. Fears is drug-free. I'm telling you. Pixel likes to joke around a lot. Don't believe a word he says. So, yeah. Let's see. Hello, John. What's up? Pixel says Toxic Avenger was the same way. Super nice and complimentary and didn't want me paying for any autographs. See, I mean, dude, I love celebrities like that. Like, it's so cool. It's so cool to find out, like, some of the people that you admire and look up to are not complete, like, dicks. Like, I looked up to Richard and Daniel because I fucking love the first, 3 Mortal Kombat. The 4th one, it's all right. The first 3 Mortal Kombats, that was Fears' bread and butter. I swear to God, I'm telling you guys, I'm not even bullshitting. I can tell you constant stories about me and my buddies saying, hey, Fears, I just got the new Mortal Kombat. Come over to my fucking house after, like, school. We'll play it for hours. Oh, sweet. Cool, man. I'll see you there. Sometimes, like, me and my buddies, because we're all nerds, would do, like sleepovers at each other's house. And we would pretty much stay up all night, drink Coca-Cola, eat fucking Cool Ranch Doritos, and fucking play Mortal Kombat till fucking hours on end. Kid you not. So, yeah, it's really nice to find out, like, some of your heroes are not complete dick assholes. Now, I will be honest. There's some celebrities that I've met I got an autograph, but then I shook his hand. But then as I'm walking away, I'm like, holy shit, that guy was a dick. But at least I got his autograph, you know? So, you know, you kind of have to take the, you know, the yin and the yang. But most of the celebrities that I've met at conventions, really nice. Like, I'll give you guys an example. Everyone thinks William Shatner is a dick. He was super nice to me. He was asking me questions. I got a whole like 3 or 4 minutes with him. And normally at those big conventions, you get maybe like a minute with them, maybe a minute and a half, and that's pushing it. But he liked my energy. I said, hey, Bill, I said, my name's Fears. And he's like, oh, wow, what a cool last name. I shook his hand because this was before COVID where you could actually shake people's hands. And he's like, what's your favorite episode on Star Trek? And I said, well, I said, probably it was because I was honest with Bill, too. I said, well, Bill, I said, I got to be honest with you. I said, my dad introduced me to Star Trek, and I said, I watched them out of order. And he's like, well, of course. He goes, because what, you were born in the 80s? I said, yeah. I said, in the 80s, I said, when my dad introduced me to Star Trek, I said, Star Trek The Next Generation was out. They were filming. I said, so I would sit with my dad, and we would watch Star Trek The Next Generation. Once Star Trek The Next Generation went off of, like whenever they got canceled, I said, Bill, then I watched the originals. So he said, oh, so you watched them out of order. And I said, yeah. And he goes, well, what order did you watch them in? And he asked that. I said, I'll tell you exactly. I said, I watched Star Trek The Next Generation first, then your Star Trek, the original series, then Deep Space Nine, which is fucking crap, garbage. And then I said, then I watched Voyager and so on and so forth. I said, then Enterprise and now Star Trek Discovery. I'm still, it's right over there. I'm still trying to get through that. And I'm still trying to get through Star Trek Picard. And now they're on their like 3rd or 4th season of fucking Discovery. Discovery, it's all right. But anyway, to make a long story short, I don't know why, I've heard so many stories that people think that like Bill Shatner is a dick. He was the nicest fucking guy. Then he was all like, so like, what's like one of your favorite Star Trek movies? And I said, well, there's a couple. And he's like, yeah, name them off. I said, I love Star Trek Generation. I you know, like, and he goes, oh yeah, that's a good one. I said, I love Star Trek First Contact. And then he's like, well, what about one of mine? I said, I love Star Trek number 4, where you guys save the whale. I said, that's my favorite. I said, that one is my favorite Star Trek movie of all time. And then he made a joke. He's like, oh, well, thank God you didn't say Star Trek 1. He goes, because I was in Star Trek 1 and that sucks. And I was like, yeah, I said, I'm not a fan of Star Trek 1. And he's like, but you still have it, right? I said, oh yeah. I said, I'm a fan through thick and thin. I said, that's got to be on the DVD shelf. I said, it's got to be in the collection. And yeah, so I got to hang out with him for like 3 or 4 minutes. Not a dick at all. But I've heard stories where he has been a dick to people. Wasn't a dick to me. Got a photo with him, got an autograph. We talked some Trek. And I said, well, Bill, I said, I'm going to let you go. I said, because I know there's other people in line. I shook his hand. I said, very nice to meet you. He said, yeah, very nice to meet you, Fears. He goes, and good luck with all your YouTube stuff. And he goes, I wish you every success in the world. And I said, hey, thanks, Bill. I really appreciate that. And then I walked away and I was like, he was a nice fucking guy. So it's really nice when you find out like the people that you admire are not dicks. So yeah. Griswold says, balls up. Balls up. What the hell is up with this balls up thing? Bimbo, what's up? Let's see here. Let me scroll down. Let's see here. That's his name. Yes. Obi Dog. Billy. Yes. Billy was there. I got some photos with him and his wife because his wife was helping him run his little booth. Got a small, tiny interview with him. Pixel says, if you've never seen King of Kong, you need to, Fears. He also cheated a few times. If it's Billy. Yeah, the guy that beat Pac-Man like for the very first time and he's got the Guinness Book of World Records or whatever. I met him. He's a nice guy too. Very nice. I met his wife. She seems really nice too. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. They had some pretty cool people at the convention. Then I got some footage of me like in the vlog, I got some footage of me like basically showing you guys some of my favorite pinball machines, like that I played as a kid. Then I showed you guys in the vlog some video games that were my favorite as a kid. Then I had somebody help me film me playing my favorite pinball machine that was at the convention. I didn't do so hot because it's been quite a long time. I was quite rusty on the vintage video games and the vintage pinball machine because I haven't played a pinball probably in, oh shit, 5 years, maybe more. But it came back to me. It came back to me. No, Pixel. Michael Rucker, he was nice too. He was very nice to me. I'm not gonna say who the bad person was because I don't want to out him like that. He was generous with his time and he did give me an autograph and he did give me a pig, but his presence was just, I could tell like he was before me, like before I came up to him, he was kind of a dick to some people in front of me. And then he was kind of a dick to some people after me. With me, he was borderline okay. But as I was walking away, I was like, he kind of was a dick. But he did shake my hand, so I don't want to say anything bad about the guy. So I'm not going to say who it was. But everybody at the Florida Free Play was great. The only thing I will say is it was kind of hard finding the place because they had it at this hotel, and then attached to the hotel was a big, like, convention center. And they had no signs telling you where to go. So Fears pretty much walked around for like 15, 20 minutes. And I was starting to get agitated. And I didn't show you guys me getting agitated on film because that's pointless. But I finally had to, like, stop and ask, like, 3 or 4 people. And I'm like, where is it? How the fuck do you get to this place? Where do you go? And they're like, what do you mean? I said, I've been walking around for 20 minutes. I said, trying to find the convention center. I said, I know it's part of the hotel and the resort and all that, but I'm like, there's no signs. I'm like, where the fuck do you go? And finally, I grabbed a manager and said, can you just please fucking like physically show me where to go? I said, I'm sick and tired of walking around. And he went, yeah, sure, no problem. And he's like, why, you can't find it? And I said, yeah. I said, when you guys do this convention next year, you guys need more signs. And he's like, well, we do have signs. I said, I have not seen not one sign. I said, I'm not even kidding you. And he's like, well, when you get further to the convention, there's signs everywhere. I said, right. I said, but you need signs before you get to the convention. I said, you need signs telling you, go this way, go that way. I said, I've been walking around for like 20 minutes. That's the only thing that was kind of negative about the convention. It's very hard to find it. I got to the hotel fine. But once you go into the hotel, I'm like, how the fuck do you get from the hotel to the convention center hall? Because it was like connected. And they're like, oh, nobody showed you? I was like, no. I'm like, can someone just fucking show me? I said, I'm sick and tired of walking around. I said it nicely, though. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm getting fucking agitated. I'm missing the con. It's been 25 fucking minutes. But what I really said is, I said it really nicely. I'm like, can someone please just show me? I'm like, I'm getting sick and tired of walking around just a little bit. And they're like, sure, no problem. And that was it. Finally, somebody showed me. But yeah, that's the only, like, that was the only really thing that was like, kind of like, I don't know. More signs next year, please. More signs at the con, please. For Christ's sake. I'm a big fan of Stargate. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I've watched a few episodes of that. Watch King of Kong when he is he is the main guy pretty much. He kind of was bad to some people, but nice to his fans. Fair enough. Listen, Pixel, he was super nice to me. Super nice. Like, he was very generous. He's like, hey, this is my wife. And I said, oh, nice to meet you. He's like, you want to get a picture? And I said, sure. He's like, do you want to get a picture with me and my wife? I was like, sure. And then I got a quick little interview with him. I said, can I put this little interview like in my vlog, even though it's like only a minute or two? He's like, go nuts. He's like, go for it. I was like, sweet. So I had no complaints. The only thing, like I said, that I complained about was more signs at the convention. Now, all the people that worked at the convention, super nice. Super nice. All the video games there, all the vintage ones, and they had a couple of new ones. awesome. All the pinball machines, awesome. So yeah. Yeah, but he was still nice, Pixel. Like he just said he just said that he didn't really have one. But he didn't really rush me off. Like, I know it may seem like that in the video. I had no complaints from Michael. Like he was really nice. I guess because I put him on the spot, like he didn't have a favorite quote, but he gave me an autograph. Like off camera, he asked me about like my favorite episodes of like The Walking Dead, and I told him. He asked me like what was a favorite like scene that Merle was in. I was like, there's so many epic scenes that Merle was in, so I never had a problem with him. To me, I thought he was a nice guy. It definitely wasn't him though, Pix. It was somebody else. It was somebody else for sure. So yeah, so that's my analysis of the convention. Lots of good footage, lots of good things coming to the channel, guys. It was a great con. Pixel wrote me and said, "Hey, Fears, I wish I could have went." And I was like, "Dude, Pixel, come next year." I'll probably definitely go again to Florida Free Play. It was a pretty good con. It was, I mean, it wasn't a super big con, but it was one of the biggest ones that I've went to in quite a while. So yeah, man, it was a blast. I had a good time. I filmed a lot. I'll tell you what, though, I was so tired, though. I think it was because I was interviewing a lot of people, and I was filming nonstop, and I was talking to a bunch of people and playing games. And when I got home, I was supposed to do this stream right now, like at 4 or 5, and then I was going to upload the Tampa Con like right after it, but I was just so drained of energy. I was like, fuck this. I'm going to sleep. I mean, I was drained of energy. Like, I was trying to make something to eat, and I was falling asleep in my kitchen. Like, it was ridiculous. So drained. So I just went to sleep, and I was like, okay, whenever I wake up, that's when I'll do it. I'm like, I don't care if it's fucking 4 in the morning. I said, the fans going to have to just deal with it. I'm like, I'm so tired. All right, let's move on. So the next thing I wanted to do is, Randall asked me this question a long time ago. He said, Fierce, if you made a documentary, he goes, not a movie, a documentary, what would it be and why? And I was like, I'll tell you what, Randall. I said, you know that Morgan Spurlock guy? And he was like, yeah. I said, I really love how he makes his documentaries with like humor and information. And one of my favorite documentaries he made, The Greatest Movie Ever Sold. I fucking love that documentary. And I just watched his 4th movie, Super Size Me 2, Holy Chicken, where he opens up his own like chicken fast food place, but it's like healthy chicken, and you see him like raise the chicken on a farm and stuff. And I really enjoyed that one too. I do love Super Size Me. The only one I don't like is like the one where he did a documentary on like where in the world is Osama bin Laden. I was like, well, I don't give a shit about Osama bin Laden, you know, that stupid, crazy asshole fuck. I'm like, so I'm not really going to enjoy that documentary. I did watch it, and it was okay, but I'm like, his other work is more amazing than this piece of shit. You know, like I absolutely love The Greatest Movie Ever Sold. I may watch it tonight. You know, I've watched it many times. So I told Randall, I said, if I ever made a documentary, I probably would want to do something like that. You know, like I would probably want to do something funny, something like with information, something like that. I think that would be really cool. I think it would be really cool to like add humor and then information. Now, again, I don't know what topic the documentary would be, but something fun and funny, like how the way Morgan Spurlock is. I've always wanted to meet that guy. He seems like a fun, cool, like really kick-ass guy. Like he seemed like he would be a really cool person to meet. What's up, Triple? Nickel says, a late night fear stream. Let's go. Damn right. And then he says, just munging, funging, and bunging. That's what I'm talking about. See, now you're getting it, Triple. You have to embrace the bung. You have to caress the bung. You have to accept the bung in your life. And not a lot of people in the community have accepted the bung. But once you accept the bung, then everything will be all right. So just embrace the bung, love the bung, cherish the bung, and then you'll be fine. There it is. Triple says, I'd like to see you make a documentary about a day in the life of Randall. That would be cool. That would be really cool. I mean, Randall's a good guy. You know, Randall's my best friend, or well, one of my best friends. I have two best friends. I got Randall, and then I got my buddy Eric. You know, me and Randall have been through a lot of shit, you know, thick and thin. You know what I'm saying? Randall's a great guy. Randall is a great friend. Good guy. Exactly, Triple. Triple says, have faith in the bung. You're damn right. You're damn Skippy. You're damn Skippy. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah. So that's probably what I would do. I would probably make something like that. I would really try to make something like that around kind of the, not like steal Morgan Spurlock's like thunder, but the way he puts humor into a documentary. Because I don't like many documentaries, but I do like his. I've probably watched maybe a handful of documentaries. I've watched all of Morgan Spurlock's, so that's 4. I've watched his 4. I've watched a documentary on how they made The Fog, John Carpenter's The Fog, and I've watched a documentary on how they made Halloween. And then I watched, I think Randall sent me a link. It was like a documentary on like famous serial killers, and I kind of sat through that, and I was like, man, these people are so fucked up. I'm like, this is. I didn't even finish that one because I couldn't, because it just disgusted me so much. I'm like, these people are just so fucked in the head. It's like beyond belief. So I got about halfway through that, like John Wayne Gacy, like clowns and killing people and putting them under his house and shit, and like Ed Gein, like fucking dead corpses and like kissing dead corpses and like sleeping with dead corpses. I was like, I don't want to watch this shit. I'm like, fuck this. I was like, that's just fucking weird, nasty, and just so fucked in the head. It's like ridiculous. I was like, fuck this. Anyway, Triple says, I'm also spelling Randall's name wrong every time too. Well, there you are. Yeah, he does that, Triple. He does it too. He does it on purpose. So yeah. I'd probably make something like that. Something around the way Morgan Spurlock does it, like with the humor. I don't know what topic it would be, but I know for a fact I would want to put like humor in it. So yeah. Like humor and good information, I think is a good mixture. All right. Last and final topic. I asked someone's advice at the convention. I said, what would be a good topic? And he said, Fierce, have you ever talked about like life hacks? And I was like, no. And he's like, if you have any life hacks, talk to the fans. And I was like, I've got a couple. So I don't know. We'll see if you guys like this topic. As you grow up, as you live your life, you find ways to like save money or like get free things, life hacks. So one of the life hacks I did in college, which I still do today, is people spend so much damn money on soda, like at fast food. Here's an easy way to get a free soda. You order your food, and then you say, can I have a water cup? And then you fill up the cup with water and eat your meal. As you're leaving, they're not going to say no to you refilling your cup up. So before you leave, just go up, use that water cup, and get a free soda out the door. Now, I would say that's my first life hack. Right? Free soda. Because people spend way too much damn money on soda, especially soda at fast food places. So yeah. Triple says fears is always thinking. Yeah, exactly. I'm always thinking. I've always got a plan. If one of my plans fails, I have another plan for that plan. Because in this world, you kind of have to have a plan for pretty much everything. Plus, I like to plan. I'm a very good planner. Like, I can plan a vacation in about 10 minutes, lickety-split. You know, I'm really good at, like, packing bags, you know, because I've traveled so much. So, yeah. Second life hack. When you go to a hotel, it doesn't matter how many times you call the front desk. Do this next time. I've stayed at a lot of hotels. You go in, when you go into the bathroom, they give you all the amenities. Free soap, free like lotion, free like shampoo. And one day I just kind of figured it out. I said, I wonder how many like free shampoos I can get. I said, because I said, if I can get enough shampoo, then I won't have to buy shampoo for quite a long time, you know? Because I was really poor in college. I mean, I was living on the skin of my teeth, so I had to find ways to like save money. Even though my parents were only helping me with like the big things, like they paid for my school, they paid for my books, you know, for classes and stuff. Yes, Fears is old. I actually bought books and read them because now when you go to college, everything's on fucking online. Some things back in the day were online. Not many though. I had to carry around a lot of books when I went to film school. So I had to find ways to save money. So one day I was just staying at a hotel and I said, you know, I said, if I can grab some extra shampoo, I won't have to like buy any shampoo for like a month. So I said, let's just see how many they give me. So I call the front desk and say, and I wasn't lying. I already did use my shampoo and my soap. So I said, yeah, can I call the front desk, ring-a-ling-ding, and they're like, hello, you know, hotel, da-da-da-da-da, like, how may we help you? And I said, yes. I said, this is John Fears in room 2208 or whatever the hell the room number was. And they're like, oh, yeah, Mr. Fears, how can we help you? I said, yes. I said, I've already used some of my shampoo. Like, can I have some just sent to the room? They said, sure. They said, how many would you need? And so here's where Fears' brain started thinking. I said, I wonder how much they'll give me. So I was like, could you send 20 up to the room? And then all of a sudden there was a long pause, like a good 15 seconds went by. Sure. And so I was like, oh, thank you. And I hung up the phone and I was thinking, I'm like, I know why she paused. I'm like, I know exactly why she paused. I'm like, she's probably thinking, why the hell does he need 20 shampoos? And I thought to myself, if I get like 20 shampoos, I said, if I get 20 shampoos, I said, I should be able to stretch that for about a month or two, and I won't have to buy any shampoo. So I never thought in a million to trillion years that they would bring 20. 15, 20 minutes later, knock, 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 knock. The guy hands me a little plastic bag, and in there was 20 shampoos. And I was like, holy shit, it works. So anytime I go to a hotel now, I grab as many shampoos and as many soaps, the little bars of soap as I possibly can, because then you don't have to, when you get home, then you don't have to like buy shampoo for at least a week or two or maybe even a month. So try that the next time you're at a hotel. Like, I'll be honest, like when I took my ex, me and my ex were celebrating our 6-month anniversary, and we stayed at one of the Universal hotels. I must have grabbed at least 26 of the liquid shampoos and like 4 or 5 bars of soap. And she's like, and she even asked, she goes, "Why so many, John?" I said, "Well, I said, babe, I said now I don't have to like buy any soap or shampoo for like a month and a half." And she went, "Yeah, I get you." And she thought it was pretty smart too. So there you are. Second life hack. Triple says 20, ha ha ha. Fears, you're nuts. Yeah, but it worked. But here's the thing, Triple. I never thought in a million years it would work. But it did. But you have to do it in stages. so they don't think you're nuts. Like, so when I stayed at that Universal hotel, when I first came and I checked in, I said, hey, we're probably going to need some extra shampoo. So can I have like 3? And they're like, sure. Then like after we had dinner, I called and said, can I have like 1 or 2? So you kind of space it out. And then that's the way I've learned it. You space it out. The first time I did, I was like, yeah, can I have 20? And that kind of freaked her out a little bit. But now anytime I go to a hotel, I space it out. I'll wait like 7 or 8 hours. Yeah, I ran out of shampoo, which I'm not lying, I did. And I'm like, can I have like 3 or 4? And then like before you leave the hotel and you're checking out, like, hey, like, I said I really loved that shampoo. Like for a souvenir, can I have like 3 or 4 more? And they're like, yeah, sure. We've got plenty. Take them. So try that the next time you're at a hotel, because they can't say no. You can ask them literally for as many shampoos as you want, and they'll give it to you. So yeah, again, then you won't have to buy shampoo or soap. If you're lucky, you can get the soap too for a month and a half. You know, there it is. So yeah. Triple says, Fears, are you going to MegaCon in May? I don't know. I haven't even thought about that, Triple. I mean, I want to, but I'm so far behind on editing. It's beyond belief. I'm just starting to get caught up a smidge. So I don't want to commit to it, because then if I commit to it and then I don't go, you know, I'll let you guys down. So I'll let you know when we get closer. If I've got the money, if I've got the funds, and I'm caught up, absolutely. Because people were asking me, I think like the ghost of Z's Nuts like was in a stream a couple weeks ago, and he asked, Fierce, when are you gonna go and do another like Disney vlog? And I said, I want to. I said there's so many things that I want to vlog that I haven't had chance to. I said, I want to vlog all the Disney miniature golfs, either by myself or with Randall. I'll probably take Randall and we'll go play some miniature golf, because me and Randall are always making bets. Me and Randall love making small little bets about who will win at miniature golf. Last time I won. I'm really good at miniature golf. Randall is fucking amazing at billiards. He can kick my ass. I've only beat Randall like once, maybe twice. Randall's kicked my ass like 4 or 5 times. So, and you guys know how competitive I am. So I'm like, Randall, it's on, buddy. It is on. And unfortunately, Jonathan beat me again at Ultimate Bowling Guys Night. I was so close to beating him. And then Fears choked. I choked. But I only lost by like 3 or 4 pins. But I was like, fuck, I'm that close. Anyway. So, yeah, Triple, we'll see. But to answer the ghost of Z's Nuts, because he hasn't been in the chat for, I don't know, 2-3 weeks, but he was in here about maybe 2-3 weeks ago. To answer your question, because I don't think I ever answered him, yes, I'm going to get back to doing some Disney vlogs. I want to go and explore the park more. You know, I want to go and do all, like, I think the last Disney themed one I did is, remember, I went shopping at the Disney shopping center, and I got a new gray and black shirt, because I threw away some old shirts that didn't fit me anymore, and I was like, I need to get some new fashion, you know? So I went and bought like 2 shirts, and then remember in the vlog I had lunch at the Rainforest Cafe, which I had to book like 3 days in advance because they get so busy. So I knew I was going to be having Saturday off, but I called like Wednesday and was like, do you guys have a table? And they said, oh, no. They said, you'll never get a table if you just come on Saturday. They said, we get so booked up. And I was like, well, can I reserve one? They said, oh, absolutely. And I said, when would you like to come in? I said, Saturday. I said, I'm going to be shopping at the Disney shopping center. And I said, you guys are in the Disney shopping center? And they said, absolutely. They said, outside or in? I said, I would love to sit on the outside, you know, and enjoy the nice weather. I said, it's supposed to be really nice. And so I sat outside in the Rainforest Cafe and filmed it and vlogged it. And it was great. It was a great afternoon. I had, you know, lunch, and I got like, it was either 1 shirt or 2 shirts. I can't remember. And I got it from one of my favorite stores. I love Volcom pants and hats and t-shirts. I love Volcom. Volcom is a great clothing brand line. It's really good. Anyway, all right. So I would say those are two of Fears' big life hacks that you guys can achieve quite easily. Probably one of the best ones, though, and my third and final one, though, is I've done a lot of traveling. A lot of traveling. I've been to England probably more times in my little finger than you have in your whole lifetime. Since my mom's from England, I've been to England almost like 30 times. So sometimes we've traveled in coach. Sometimes we've traveled in business class. Sometimes we've traveled twice in first class. Doesn't matter which way you travel. Some airlines are the same and some airlines are different. Like, I'll give you an example. Frontier Airlines, their flights are super cheap, but on the airplane, they make you pay for all your refreshments, the crackers, the peanuts, the pretzels, a bag of chips, soda. So, yeah. But some airlines, I think like Delta and American Airlines, they have things that you can buy, like coffee and alcohol and food and stuff, but they also offer you like free things. Not all airlines are like that. So a life hack that I kind of like love is some airlines, no matter how many, same thing with like the shampoo, doesn't matter how many bags of peanuts you ask for. So I was like, well, I'm going to get hungry at the hotel later, you know? So I was like, and I love airplane peanuts, and I love their little small, like miniature size, like pretzels. They just taste really good. So like one time, I think I was on Delta or American Airlines, and she's like, "Are you done with your trash?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I am." I said, "Yeah, the pretzels were great," and you know. And she goes, "Did you?" And I did buy the Sprite because I like Sprite. And she's like, did you? She goes, "We got a new thing of pretzels. Did you?" I said, "Oh," I said, "Yeah." I said, "I love your guys' pretzels." So I'm throwing away my trash, and I said, "Hey," I said, "Listen," I said, "I hope this isn't an odd request." I said, "I know I'm gonna get hungry later on in the hotel, and it would be great if I could just get like 5 or 6 bags of like pretzels and be able to like snack on them." She goes, "Oh, absolutely." She's like, "Take as many as you want." I was like, "Really?" And she's like, "Yeah, do you want more?" And so I was like, "Sure." And so she gave me like 10 fucking bags of like those little miniature pretzels. Try that next time you're on an airplane. Now, again, depends on what airline you go. Like, again, like whenever I went to go visit my family this year, I did Frontier. And there was no free stuff. I bought a Coca-Cola, and then I bought some Pringles. And I snacked on that. So if you don't have to spend money on the airplane, don't. Save your money. If you have to, I mean, I was hungry. So yeah. Or eat before you get on the airline. Or on the airplane. Because and I tried that. I just got re-hungry because it was a 2 hours and 35-minute flight. So I got a little hungry. I thought I had a salami sandwich and I had some chips before I went to the airport. I thought that should tide me over. Unfortunately, it didn't. It didn't. And then when I got to the airport, I bought a small coffee, and I said, between the coffee and the lunch I had, I said, that should tide me over. It did not. So Fear spends money when I absolutely have to when it comes to air travel. But if you don't have to, get the free bags of peanuts, get the free bags of pretzels, you know? So those are my 3 life hacks. If I get any more, I'll let you guys know. But before I go, I just wanted to say, hey, I really appreciate all you guys watching, my videos, watching the streams, supporting the channel. I mean, you guys are loyal fans. It's fucking 3 a.m. here, and you guys are still watching. So I appreciate your dedication. And I appreciate all the likes, the comments, the subs. You guys spreading the channel to all your friends and your family. Get anyone and everyone to subscribe, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And I'm going to take off. I'm going to take off. But Fears loves you. Fears cares about you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the two main channels, Fears Vlogs and Fears Man 26. Hop on over to my TikTok. We are at 7,000. Last time I looked, we're at 7,829, something like that. I can't remember, something like that. So be sure to subscribe to my TikTok because it is blowing up, and I'm tickled to death that it is blowing up. That's awesome. Anyway, Fears loves you. Fears cares about you, and I'm out. Peace.